Hi everyone, my name is Sandra. Welcome to your practice. We start in a sitting position and you want to scoot a little bit towards the front edge of your chair. Have your feet slightly rotated out to the sides, your knees slightly open, and ground your sit bones firmly down into the chair. This is the foundation from where you're growing high towards the sky. So the crown of your head is reaching tall, shoulders relaxed away from your ears, neck being long. Join your palms together in front of your chest. And from here we just start to rub our palms together. You want to push your palms firmly against each other and rub a little bit faster and faster, so we create some warmth, some heat in between our hands before we slow down again. And then gently separate your palms a few centimeters away from each other. And you might even be able to feel the warmth you just created in between your palms. As you inhale next time, reach your arms out to the side, spread your fingers wide. And then as you exhale, gently push this warm cushion of air together without having your palms touching. Inhale, open your arms to the sides, lift your chest. On your exhale, gently push this cushion of air together. Again, open your arms wide to the sides, lift your heart. And then exhale, gently, gently push that warm cushion of air together. And this time, really slowly, have your palms touching each other. Interlace your fingers, take an inhale. And as you exhale, push the air away around your spine and stretch your fingers nicely. Head is heavy, increase the space in between your shoulder blades and let your head hang. On your next inhale, come to upright, palms face high towards the sky. And allow the shoulder blades to travel down the back ribs. Feel the sit bones still grounding. The next time you exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides. Then straighten your arms again. As you exhale, bend your elbows to the sides. On your inhale, straighten your arms. Exhale, bend your elbows to the sides. This time, place your hands behind your head. Inhale, open your elbows even wider, lift your heart. On your exhale, round your spine, head is heavy, move your elbows closer towards each other. Inhale, open again, lift your heart. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, open your arms to the side, lift your heart. And this time extend your arms again, palms face the sky. As you exhale next time, twist to your right side, right fingertips behind you, and left hand goes to your left knee or thigh. Continue breathing as you roll your right shoulder back. And use your left hand pushing against the inside of your left thigh to gently get deeper into the twist without force though. So just a gentle twist, receiving what is there. It's still early in the class. On your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides and up. Join your palms as you exhale. Interlace your fingers, this time the unfamiliar way, so the other pinky finger in the front. Take an inhale and again push the air away around your spine, draw the navel in. Inhale, come to upright, palm faces the sky, and as you exhale, open to your left. Use your right hand to gently intensify the twist to your left. Make sure your chin doesn't drop. Continue breathing. And allow the twist to distribute equally through your whole spine. On your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides and up. On your exhale, join your palms together. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Open your knees maybe a little bit wider, and then as you exhale, move your chest forward, 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 and dive down into your sitting forward bend. Head is heavy, shoulders heavy. Inhale, lift halfway, come on the fingertips, guide the sit bones back, crown of your head reaches. Exhale, release down. Inhale, pushing the feet down, lift your heart, sweep your arms out and up. Join your palms, exhale. One more of those half sun salutation, arms out and up on your inhale. Move your chest forward, gently sweep your arms down, release down, head being heavy. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine as much as you can. Exhale, release down heavily. Pushing your feet down, sweep your arms out to the sides and up. On your exhale, just sweep your arms down by the sides of your body. Inhale, sweep your arms out again. On your exhale, bring your right elbow to your right thigh and then bend over to the right side. Make sure you're not collapsing in your lower shoulder. Make sure your upper arm is really straight. Reach through your fingertips and gently spiral your chest up towards the sky. Elbow wants to be engaged, so straighten your elbow. On your inhale, come slowly back to center. Exhale, second side. Lift your heart, continue breathing deeply. And you try to find as much space and opening in the right side of your rib cage. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, second side again. This time bend your elbow and place your hand on the back of your skull. On your inhale, move your elbow further back, lift your heart even further. And as you exhale, curl down, but only the upper portion of your spine. So your elbow points towards your knee, but without leaning forward. So only let the upper portion of your spine curl down. Inhale, open again. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, open, lift your heart. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, open. Place your left hand to your left hip. Extend your right arm. Then have the right fingertip spread wide and gently push your arm against the inside of your right thigh. And this pushing against helps you a little bit more to this twisting and spiraling action to the left. So roll the left shoulder back. And if there's more space, you might want to slide down just a tiny bit further. Without exaggerating, really. This might already be plenty. Taxing the left lower portion of the spine. On your inhale, come slowly back to center. Left elbow to your left thigh. Reach your upper arm across the room again. Make sure we do not collapse on the lower shoulder. Before we bend our right elbow, place your head into your right hand. Then open your chest even further. And now as we exhale, only using the upper spine, curl down. Inhale, lift your heart again. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, lift your heart. Place your right hand to your right hip. Extend your left arm. Gently push your left arm against the inside of your left thigh. Palm is widely spread. Roll the right shoulder back and see whether there's a tiny little bit more space to play with, sinking further down. One deep cycle of breath. Face being soft and relaxed. On your next inhale, come slowly back to center. Place your hands on your knees, on your thighs, and then lean gently forward. Crown of your head is reaching forward, chest is moving forward. Use your elbows to push the inside of your knees or thighs open, and then shift all of your weight onto your feet. From here, we are in a kind of sumo fighter shape, and we use our elbows to push the inside of our thighs open. Spread your fingers wide and wiggle a little bit from one side to the other. So you might want to play with lifting your buttocks a little bit, maybe that it gets more interesting even, and then lower down again. Well, make sure your spine is long. A little bit like moving back and forth, swinging back and forth, or from side to side, whatever feels right at this point, whatever feels interesting really. Lift your heart a bit more, place your hands on your knees, and then flip-flop your feet together, but keep your spine long. Feet want to be hip joint width apart. And then from here, you draw the tailbone down, draw the navel in round your spine, in kind of cat pose, spread the shoulder blades wide as your head is heavy. On your inhale, stick your butt out again and lift your heart. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine. Inhale, navel sinks down, lift your heart, shoulders roll back. One more of those, round your spine, head is heavy. Inhale, lift your heart. Now keep the length in your spine and only extend your legs. If you find you have more space to work with without sacrificing length in your back. Then slide your hands further down, maybe even bring your fingertips onto the floor. But you can also come a little bit higher up instead. You want to create length or keep the length in your spine really. On your next exhale, release your upper body all the way down. You might want to bend your knees a tiny little bit. Head is heavy. Push the feet down, sweep your arms out as you lift your chest, come to standing. On your exhale, join your palms together. Release your arms down by the sides of your body, growing tall. At this point, you want to get rid of the chair, just put it to the side and get close towards your table. Just stand right behind your table. Feet want to be parallel, pushing down. Open your palms to the front, spread the fingers wide, feel the shoulder blades firm against the back ribs. Grow tall towards the sky with your feet grounding. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides and up a tiny back bend on top as your palms, they might want to touch on top. On your exhale, release your arms down, fingertips to the table, step your right foot far back into your lunge. Back leg is really engaged. Lift your heart a little bit more. Keep your hands on the table though. Square the hips. Another cycle of breath here. Before we step it back in our downward facing dog, the office version, place your hands flat to your table, and you might need to step your feet a little bit further to the front. They want to be underneath your hips. On your next inhale, bend your knees a tiny bit and find a bit more length in the spine. As you exhale, extend your legs again. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten the legs. As you inhale next time, lift your chest, shift your weight forward into our upward facing dog. So roll the shoulders back. Let the navel sink down without just collapsing into it. So keep your legs engaged and the tailbone lengthening. So the navel might draw a little bit in. Finding a kind of middle path in between letting the navel sink down too much and lengthening the tailbone too much. So lift your heart, roll the shoulders back. Open the space in between your collarbones. Place your palms firmly down, pressing the palms firmly down onto the table. On your next exhale, push it back into your downward facing dog again. Let's have a few cycles of breath here. Sit bones guiding back, fingertips reaching to the front. Arms super engaged. Firm your shoulder blades against the ribs. And if you find you can't create length in your whole spine, it's time to bend the knees slightly. Now lift your chest a tiny bit, only to step the left foot this time, to the front. And now turn and ground the back foot, so the back foot is rotated at 45 degrees, and wiggle the left foot a little bit further to the left. Interlace your fingers behind your back and bring your interlaced fingers to the right hip. Move your elbows closer towards each other. Try to bring the heels of your hands together, and with your interlaced fingers at your right hip, encourage that hip to move further to the front. Lift your heart. Make sure the front knee is above the front ankle. And this is a pretty short strided warrior number 1, but we just keep it like that. You want to make sure that the outside edge of the back foot is firmly grounding. Back leg is engaged. Lift your heart. Extend your arms behind your back as you inhale, lean a tiny bit back. And then as you exhale, step it all the way to the front. Release your arms down by the sides of your body. Palms face to the front. Firm your feet down. As you inhale, lift your heart, a tiny back bend on top. Exhale, lower your arms down, place your hands onto the table, and step your left foot far back into your lunge. So here the heel is lifting and pointing straight backwards. Engage the back leg, lift your heart, keep your hands on the table, and soften your face. Encourage deep breathing. Place your hands onto the table, flat onto the table. Step your right foot back. You need to reposition your feet a tiny bit. Feet want to be underneath your hips. From here, only bend your left knee a tiny bit. The right leg stays straight. And allow your torso to twist slightly to the right side. You gaze underneath your right armpit. You might want to add a tiny bit of a pulling action with your left hand. So the left hand is pushing down into the table. And as you do that, you get a little bit more into the outside edge of your left shoulder. Tiny bit of a pulling, a dragging action without having your hand really move. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, bend your right knee slightly. Same thing, second side. Make sure that your feet stay grounded. Whole feet grounding down into the floor. Tiny bit of a pulling action with your right hand without having your palm move. Press your palm down and gently drag the right shoulder further back. On your next inhale, come slowly back to center. And then as you inhale next time, shift your weight forward into your upward facing dog. Tiny back bend, lift your heart. Legs super, super strong. Push the heels back. On your exhale, push it back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your chest slightly, only to step the right foot to the front. And already now you can step it a bit further to the right side. Turn and ground the left foot 45 degrees. Ground the outside edge of your back foot. Interlace your fingers behind your back, and your interlaced fingers go to the left hip. Reminding that hip to square a little bit more with the front, square a little bit more with the table. And with our stride being rather short in this warrior number one, you might be even more able to square the hips nicely. Roll the shoulders back, move your elbows closer towards each other. Lift your heart. All the while, lengthen the tailbone a bit further down. Ground the outside edge of your back foot, making sure we do not collapse in our left ankle. Engaging the arch of the back foot. From here, extend your arms, lean a little bit back, and then as you exhale next time, step it all the way to the front, releasing your arms down by the sides of your body. From here, you want to lift your right leg and bring the right knee, the outside of your right knee, or if you have more range of motion to play with, the outside of your right calf onto the table. So you want to flex the right foot. You want to engage the standing leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, twist gently to your right side. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Right hand goes to your sacrum. Roll the right shoulder back. Make sure you don't overdo the twist in your neck, but allow the twist to distribute as equally as possible through the spine again. Encourage deep breathing. As you inhale next time, come slowly back to the front. And then from here, we lean a tiny bit forward. We place our elbow onto our right knee. Left hand goes to the left hip, and you can hold with your right hand. You can hold the heel or the arch of the foot, and then roll the right shoulder back. Might want to play a little bit by leaning further forward, by rolling the left. You want to roll the left shoulder back, rolling the left shoulder further back. You might feel that in various places in your body. Come slowly all the way back to center, to upright. Place your hands onto the table, and now see whether you have some space to wiggle the left foot further back, or maybe do some micro jumps in our pigeon pose, office version of pigeon pose. So your hands can press down on the table, they can press down on your right leg. Lift your heart. Either stay where you are, or you see whether you want to sink a little bit further down. Encourage lengthen your upper body. Actually encourage length now on your whole spine. Let the crown of your head reach further to the front. Before we come slowly back to upright, press your hands down onto the table, step it back into your downward facing dog again. A few moments to feel the aftertaste of the hip opening. Lift your heart, only to step your right foot to the front. As you step it to the front, rotate it between 45 and 90 degrees to the side. Left elbow goes to the table, right hand to the right hip, and now spiral your chest up. The back heel is moving straight back. So a lot of twisting, spiraling movements today, mobilizing the spine, wringing out the spine. Encourage breathing. Bring your hands back onto the table, turn your right foot to the front and then step it all the way back towards the table. Release your arms, bring your left knee or including the outside of your left calf to the table. Flex the left foot, engage the standing leg. Take an inhale and as you exhale, open to your twist to the left. Right hand goes to the outside of your left thigh, and the left hand goes into the sacrum. Roll the left shoulder back. On your next inhale, come slowly back to center. Place your left elbow onto your left shin. Spine stays long as you lean a little bit forward, right hand to the right hip, and then open to your right side. Again, make sure we often overdo the twisting action in our neck, thinking that would do anything good to the twist, to the spine, but try just to distribute the twist as equally as possible through the whole spine, and maybe even take the neck out of the equation if you feel that you're getting all tight there. Come slowly back to center. Press your hands down onto the table and with a tiny micro jump, or maybe you wiggle the foot back, just see how much space you have to play with. Hands pressing down onto the table or onto the foot and onto the knee. Lift your heart and then see how much space there is with your spine staying long to fold forward further to the front. Keep length in your spine though. It can be nice to wiggle just a tiny bit from one side to the other. Whenever you feel your breath starts to waver, you're making funny faces, you obviously went too far, and then back off a little bit, reminding yourself of the middle path. Come back to upright. Hands flat on the table, transition into your downward facing dog again. And cycle of breath once more to feel the aftertaste. Guide the sit bones back, fingertips reach to the front, strong arms. Lift your chest slightly, only to step your left foot to the front, or really now turn it forward between 45 and 90 degrees to the side. Right elbow goes onto the table, left hand to the left hip. Spiral your chest open to the left. Come slowly back to center, turn your left foot back to the front, and now step it all the way to the front again. Time to get hold of our chair once more. I'm positioning myself like so, you can see me better. So you're standing behind your chair, bringing your hands to your hips, and now flip-flop your feet slowly apart. Like a little bit less, I would say, than one leg width. You don't want to take it too far. Don't take it too far. A little bit less than one leg width, I would say. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Push the feet down. Tailbone is sinking down towards the floor. As you inhale, lift your chest, roll it, move a little bit into a back bend. And then as you exhale, move the chest forward, 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 guiding your sit bones back. Place your hands, or you have more range of motion. Place your left elbow onto the chair. Right hand goes to your right hip, and then open and twist to your right side. Allow the left hip point to initiate the twist to sink down, and then let it spiral up. Either reach your right fingertips high towards the sky, or keep your hand at your hip. So important really is that if you try to reach your fingertips high, that you still manage to roll the shoulder back. If this doesn't happen, please be honest to yourself. Keep your hand on your hip. Roll the shoulder back so you feel the shoulder blade firm against the back rib. Slowly come back to center, changing sides. So either right elbow or right hand on the chair. Lift and lengthen as you inhale to the front, and then as you exhale, open to your second side. Try to find a pose, a posture where you can breathe deeply, where you allow breath to happen. Take another deep inhale here. On your next exhale, unrushed, come slowly back to center. Bend your knees slightly. Bring your hands to your hips, push your feet down. Upright your spine, come to standing, extend your legs. Open your right foot 90 degrees to the sides and keep the stride rather short. Keep it short for today's purpose. Lengthen the tailbone down, reach your arms to the sides, palms face down, reach through your fingertips. Take an inhale. On your exhale, reach forward to the front as if you wanted to reach something far to the front. Then slowly lower your right hand down wherever it goes. Bring your left hand to your left hip or the sacrum and roll the shoulder back. Spiral your chest up. Push the front big toe down into the floor to support the knee and keep the stride short. So it has a tiny bit of a different effect than a long strided triangle pose. Again, we are taxing more, rather than the inside of our front thigh, we're taxing more the lower left portion of your spine. Guide your breath deep into that place. On your inhale, push the front big toe further down, come to upright. Parallel your feet with your hands on your hips. Open your left foot 90 degrees to the side. Reach your arms out, reaching through your fingertips. Shoulder blades down the back ribs. Gently lengthen the tailbone down. Inhale here. On your exhale, reach forward. Already here, start pushing the front big toe down into the floor. Before you lower your left hand down wherever it goes, you don't go as far as you might usually go. Right hand to the right hip or to the sacrum. Continue breathing. Lean your upper body maybe a little bit further back in space. And if you feel tension building up in your neck, it's time to either gaze to the side or maybe even down. But don't let your head just hang as if it was a dead fish. Make sure you do not collapse in your left shoulder. Make sure you do not clench the toes. Push your front big toe further down into the floor. Engage your core, counter upright. Hands to your hips. Parallel your feet. And then flip-flop the feet slowly back together so they are parallel. Release your arms down by the sides of your body. Growing tall. Open your palms to the front. Sweep your arms out as you inhale, a tiny back bend on top. On your exhale, gently push the air down. Hands to hips, lift your right foot away from the floor and step your right foot on the chair. Engage the standing leg, so you want to hug the left hip point a little bit closer in towards the midline. Sweep your arms out as you inhale. As you exhale, twist to your right side. Right hand to the sacrum, left hand goes to the outside of your right thigh. Crown of your head is reaching tall towards the sky. Each time you inhale, find a little bit more length, come maybe a tiny bit out of the twist, And then as you exhale, wringing out your spine, release a little bit more into it. Tiny bit of an oscillating action in your spine. On your inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides, come back to center. As you exhale, bring your hands to your hips again. Keep your right foot where it is, but open your left foot 90 degrees to the side. Use your right hand to push your right arm, the back of your right palm, to push the inside of your right thigh back. Engage the standing leg, your left leg, and then from here, lift your right foot away from the chair and transition into the tree pose of your choice. Keep the knee open to the side, the right foot either pressing against the inside of your against the left calf or the left inner thigh. Knee stays open to the side. Open your palms to the front. Spread the fingers really wide. And feel the spaciousness, openness in your chest. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, sweep your arms out and up. Palms face each other, reach through your fingertips. Tree pose. Have a deep cycle of breath here. Before you release your arms back down by the sides of your body, place your right foot back onto your chair. Place your right elbow onto your right thigh, and with your spine staying really long, bend over to the right side and reach your left arm across the room. Lengthen the tailbone down and try to find as much length as possible from your left fingertips to the left hip point. Deep, nourishing breath. Right shoulder relaxed. Face relaxed. Inhale, come to center. Release your arms down and then turn it all the way to the front again. Step your right foot down to the floor. Release your arms. Rebalance your body weight in between both feet. Open your palms to the front, spread the fingers wide. On your inhale, sweep your arms all the way out to the sides and up. Exhale, release your arms, bring your hands to your hips, lifting your left foot away from the floor. Step the left foot onto your chair. Take an inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, open to your second side. So you want to twist to the left, roll the left shoulder back, left hand goes to the sacrum. Right hand going to the outside of your left knee or thigh. Make sure you do not collapse in your standing legs or draw the right hip point a little bit further in. Inhale, come slowly back to center. Hands to hips to start with, and then rotate the right foot 90 degrees to the sides. Use your left arm straight to push against the inside of your left knee or thigh in order to encourage this opening so the knee wants to point out to the side, keeping that as you transition into the tree pose of your choice. Open your palms to the front. Spreading the fingers wide, lifting your heart. Soften your gaze. Stay where you are, or try to lift your arms above your head. Challenge your balance a little bit more as you're lifting the center of gravity, reaching through your fingertips, and pushing the foot into your standing leg and pushing the standing leg into the sole of your foot. Slowly release your arms down. Bring your hands back to your hips. From where you place the left foot back onto the chair. Left elbow goes into your left thigh, so you bend over to the left and reach your upper arm across the room again. Once more taxing the right side seam of our body. Lengthen the tailbone down. Strong line of energy from the right fingertips to the right hip point. Before we come slowly back to upright, Hands to your hips, rotate the left foot back to the right foot back to the front, from where we step it slowly down again. Rebalancing our body weight between both feet. You want to step a little bit further back or put the chair a little bit to the side so you have space to bend forward. Make sure your feet are parallel, pushing equally down. Open your palms to the front once more. Take a deep, nourishing inhale, a tiny back bend on top, and then really unrushed, move your chest forward and allow your upper body to drape down into your thighs. You might want to bend your knees slightly. Get hold of your opposite side elbows if that feels nice. To add some weight to your torso, imagining your torso being like a waterfall, flowing down from your hips, down your thighs. Allow your head to be really, really heavy. A few moments here. Very little to hold. Letting gravity do the job. Release your arms slowly down towards the floor, and if you don't have your knees bent, this is the time to bend them. And keep your knees bent, keep your knees soft. Let your head be heavy, shoulders heavy. And from the start, from the lower back, from the sacrum, we roll up vertebra per vertebra. Unrushed. Feel gravity pulling on your head, pulling on your arms, which are heavy, heavy, heavy. Slowly bringing one vertebra after the other back to upright. On your way up, you slowly start to straighten your legs again. And in the end, feel your head balancing on your cervical spine. Keep your eyes closed. And gently shift your weight, just a tiny bit of a movement, maybe not even that visible from the outside, from one foot to the other. Distributing your body weight equally between both feet. Now feel your feet grounding firmly, pushing down into the floor. Feel the crown of your head at the same time reaching high towards the sky. Sandwiched between heaven and earth. Slowly bring your palms together in front of your chest, and once more feel the warmth of your palms touching one another. Allow your thumbs to touch your breastbone. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, slowly open your eyes again. Thank you for joining. Thanks for taking care of yourself. Hope to see you back again soon.